We are going live on YouTube as well. We are live. Oh my goodness, this is crazy.
Are you ready? On there too?
Yeah, we did.
How did I miss that? Well, welcome here, everybody. What did we say? We know you. Oh, come on. You got this.
Oh, guys, I'm sorry who are watching my live. I don't know. My internet never works here. Okay. Today, what are we talking about? This is so exciting. We know that there is probably nothing else in the whole world you guys want to learn about, but thyroid.
Your thyroid.
It looks like a butterfly. It's in your body.
Well, we were joking, like, who wants to tune into this? But you guys, everyone walking around these days have a ton of symptoms of thyroid issues. So you may think, oh, is this even interesting? Well, it is. But
if you are struggling with your hair falling out, with fatigue, with weight gain that you just can't get rid of, I mean, there's so many symptoms, then you want to be here and you want to listen up, guys, because it could be something as simple as healing your thyroid.
Exactly.
It's good news.
It's good news. It's great news. So let's jump into it.
All right. So the thyroid, why do we even care about the thyroid? Because the thyroid affects many parts of our body. And as we're studying and as we learn and as we're teaching you guys, that's one of the main things we really want you to understand, that the body is all connected. So when we have a thyroid issue, it doesn't just mean you have a thyroid issue.
Right. It's going to affect every single part of your body. So what's crazy about the thyroid is this little butterfly-shaped gland here in your neck. But what does it do? Well, it's kind of like the powerhouse, the power box, like the electricity box in a house.
I love it.
It's the power box for your body. And when it is not functioning properly, it is going to affect every single part of your body, your organs, all of your organs, and the way they're performing. So you may think, I only have one of these symptoms, two, now I have 3 or 4. And you could, without knowing it, be increasingly getting a worse and worse. Is that the right term?
Yeah, and you guys, and that just, I have to bring this up because we have gotten really bad at listening to our body and the cues that it's giving us. So we're living in this world, right? And I know I talk about this all the time, but it's fast paced, boom, 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 boom. Even the other day, I got evergreen thing all the way in my finger. I worked all day before I even felt it. And then in the evening, my whole hand clammed up. Couldn't move my finger. It was horrible. But my point is that we're living in a state of adrenaline. And when we're living in a state in adrenaline, we don't feel, right? We aren't in tune with our bodies. And so I want to encourage you. We want to encourage you to really listen to the cues and the things that your body is telling you, because what happens is when we listen to our body and what it's telling us, we can prevent things from getting really, really worse and turning into a disease. It doesn't just start off like as a disease. That's not what happens.
It starts off with a few of these symptoms that we're going to talk about today, and it can spread and turn into something quite serious. So there are 2 types of thyroid issues, and we are going to touch on both of them.
What are they?
There's hypothyroidism and there's hyper. So let's touch on hyper. Less people actually have
5%. 5% of the population have it.
But it's quite a big deal because it's the opposite of hypo in the sense that you have a hard time gaining weight.
That's not my issue.
It's not a lot of our issues. It doesn't sound so bad.
I do not have that issue. You get bigger eyeballs. I'm like, what? That doesn't sound so bad.
It can turn into Graves' disease, and that can lead into Hashimoto's, which is an autoimmune disease.
Yeah. You don't want it.
And that can be really hard to live with, right? We all know once it turns into an autoimmune disease, then it's a lot trickier to, try to balance that and get your body
You can still heal that, but it takes longer, right? We want to get it before it gets to that point.
Exactly.
Believe me, I just got off my body was not doing well for the last 4 or 5 months, and I thought I caught it early, but I did actually catch it early because I could heal myself pretty quick. But the key was knowing your body, knowing what you need, and getting on it as quickly as possible.
Exactly. And the thing is, having your thyroid tested, they often don't test all 6 parts. And so if they're not testing all 6 parts of your thyroid, it may go undetected. And most cases are.
And the range of normal is really quite large. And so we want to know how close is it to the middle of the range. You want to ask those questions so that you can know how far off you are, so that you can just get on top of that. And, I think it's like 90% of people have hypo, and up to 60% with hypo are undiagnosed.
So let's talk about some of those things that kind of those symptoms, right? For hypo.
What is hypo?
So when it means that you have an underactive thyroid, and it means that your thyroid is not producing enough of the thyroid hormone. So your thyroid is actually a hormone, something that you may not even know. And so like I was saying before, your whole entire body can slow down. Your metabolism can slow down. So that's going to cause excess weight gain, right? What else? Your hair. Now, this is something I see as a hairstylist all the time. People are complaining, women are complaining, not only men, women are complaining when they're pulling their hair back into ponytails.
There is a lot of bald women. Yes.
Yes, it's really becoming an issue. And that
is,
is
and it wasn't like that before.
It's true.
I know.
Body temperature, cold hands, cold feet, joint pain.
Even muscle cramps, right? Depression, fatigue, right? Even anxiety.
Yes. Your heart fluttering, thinking something's wrong with you. It can almost mimic a panic attack.
It can.
Or even a heart attack when severe enough.
Yeah.
Brain
So
fog.
those are, brain fog. So that's a lot of things that can be off just from the thyroid being off, right? So it is in charge of a lot of things in our body.
I don't think people realize that. I think people want to go, well, why am I so tired? I don't know. And really, when you target something like that affects so many different things, your whole entire health of your whole entire body can just really improve so immensely. And I think people are looking for, well, I'm tired, I need to take this specific thing. Or I have memory.
They're running toward energy drinks or quick fixes. And, let's touch on that for a bit, guys. That's going to work for 5 minutes. I'm just saying. And you know what? It used to work. So I've been in the fitness industry, health and wellness industry for 25 years. I don't know, longer than that probably. But
I think you've been saying that.
I keep getting older and older, so it's like it keeps. I don't know. It's a long time. My whole life. I've been in this my whole life, right since I was a teen. This has always been my passion. But I totally lost my train of thought, and it was good. I wanted to say that.
Energy drinks.
Oh yes, the energy drinks used to work in your teens, your 20s, your 30s, and even your 40s, and even your 50s. Actually, when I started. Then I noticed in their 50s it wasn't working anymore. And then I noticed in your 40s, and then now in the 30s and 20s even, I'm noticing people having the same symptoms, the same stuck symptoms that people used to only get when I started in this industry when they were in their 60s. Now, there's a couple reasons for that. So let's touch on that. Toxins. I have taken a detox specialist course, and I learned so much during that. Getting rid of the toxins is so important in our body. Also, we're not absorbing, right, the nutrients, and that kind of leads on to leaky gut, right? Or we're eating foods thinking that the food actually has the minerals and the nutrients in it when they don't. We live in a day and age where supplementation is important and it's key. Even when we were young, our mom always supplemented, and I believe that is a big reason that we are actually as healthy as we are. I have definitely had my health issues, but I can only imagine, and so is Annalise, but I can only imagine what would have happened if we had not had that strong base.
Exactly. So, I mean, maybe some of those symptoms are familiar to you. Maybe you've checked off a few of them. Maybe you've checked off a lot of them. So what are our options? Well, we really are passionate about doing things the natural way. What can you do naturally?
Always natural first. Not that we're against. We love our doctors. Believe me, they are there for a reason, and we need them. I think that I try to make this clear. We're not against doctors. We love doctors, but they're there for, I think sometimes we think they're there for things that they're not, right? When it's something that we can heal naturally, we always want to try that first. And then I take antibiotics. I remember someone going, what? You took antibiotics? I'm like, yeah, of course I did. I wanted to get better and I needed them. Like, of course I did.
There's always a time and place for everything. So if you're having a few of these symptoms like we talked about today, one of the key things that you really need to focus on is your gut. Leaky gut is a big thing that you can really focus on to try to help, and so that what you are taking, you're absorbing and your body's functioning properly.
Absorbing, there's actually, you can take minerals that help you absorb. Minerals act as enzymes. That's really, really important to help with the absorption. A lot of products I find are claiming absorption, and they're not really absorbing. I know my body was not absorbing, and that was a big deal because when I'm not absorbing, I was doing all the right things with eating and food and everything, but I was not absorbing my nutrients, and that is why I got sick again.
So the thyroid is great, like big time affected by nutrient deficiency. So zinc, selenium are some minerals that will make a huge difference with your thyroid function. And we are all about getting to the root. you know, you may only check off a few things and then they're going to turn into more and more and more. And so we are all about prevention and doing what you can naturally. So working on the inside to make sure that, you know, you're starting to get some of these symptoms. Well, let's make sure that we don't lead into some severe stuff, right? And that is going to be the key. And when you target something like the powerhouse of your whole entire body,
butterfly, pretty butterfly,
yeah, that pretty little butterfly, you are going to see amazing differences in your energy, your hair, everything, metabolism.
And you might think you have something a lot more serious and be totally surprised to go, wow, that's all it took.
Exactly.
So yeah, listen to your body.
Listen to your body.
And there you have it. I don't know what else to say.
Hope you enjoyed learning about the thyroid. Couldn't be more fun. Something else. What else do you have to do?
What a fun Tuesday night.
Take care. Oh yeah, I have to stop mine too.
Sorry, I have a few